My name is Matthew, and I'm going to be talking about how I got into computer science at the University of Waterloo. I come from a semester-based high school, and this means that every school year I have 8 courses. So during course selection, I always made sure to take half my courses from the year ahead to keep things interesting. And come grade 12, this would also mean that I had 11 courses that universities could look at that would form my admissions average. So if you're able to, I'd really recommend skipping courses that are introductory because the curriculum is usually really basic and you could spend your time elsewhere and be a lot more productive. So the reason why I took 11 grade 12 courses rather than 12 was because my school kind of forced me to take a spare during my senior year. So at the time I received my letter of admissions. My average included English, which was 97, Advanced Functions, which was 98, Calculus and Vectors, which was 99, Data Management, which was 98, Chemistry, which was 97, and Challenge and Change, which was 100. So that makes my admissions average into computer science 98.16. Extracurriculars are how you show the university that you're going to be contributing to the community during your stay at Waterloo. In high school, I was the president of my school's engineering club, as well as our Euclid math club. I played soccer at the regional level for 6 to 7 years. I had about 240 volunteer hours. I got most of these hours by volunteering on the weekends for festivities that my city holds. I went to 5 hackathons. I had a part-time job at a health clinic for about a year. Also a note, I linked my personal website on the AIF to show Waterloo my side projects as well as my GitHub. So I wrote the Pascal, the Cayley, the Galois, the Hypatia, the Euclid, the CSMC, and the CCC. For Waterloo's contests, it's a good idea to write all of them because they can only aid in your application. If you don't do well on one of them, then Waterloo doesn't care, but if you do well, then it can give you an edge in admissions as well as scholarships. For myself, I scored pretty well on most of these. For example, on Hypatia, I was my school's champion. I forgot to mention that I also included my COMC score. Even though this isn't one of the contests that Waterloo marks themselves, I did score really high, so I thought that it would be worth writing down. So moving on to awards, I got the school champion medal for Hypatia. I had a few playoff medals from soccer. I won the product design award at DEEP. So DEEP stands for Da Vinci Engineering Enrichment Program. It's basically this summer enrichment course that's held by the University of Toronto each year. And if you're looking for something to do in the summer, I really recommend that you take this program because although some of the courses are pretty grueling, I did come out with a lot learned. Additionally, in the award section, I also listed the percentile that I scored in the math and computing competitions. I did this to emphasize that I was a great problem solver and that I would succeed in higher level maths. For question 1 in the AIF, I talked about my aspirations in software development and entrepreneurship. I tried to relate my response back to Waterloo's co-op program, their velocity, and their concept startup incubators because I really wanted to show that Waterloo really does have the resources to make my end goals come true. For question 3, where you're given the opportunity to expand on your extracurricular activities, I talked about my side projects as well as the lessons that I learned from those experiences. In this section, I also linked my personal website to show the admissions team that I really did do the things that I talked about. In part B, there is an optional question, which really isn't optional if everyone else is doing it. I use this section to talk about how the CEMC inspires me, both competitively and through personal development. So I wanted to add that at Waterloo, I was accepted into 2 programs, computer science and the computer science and business double degree, but I was rejected from software engineering. My admissions average for software engineering was 97.8, and my school has a regular adjustment factor. I was pretty disappointed because I had spent a month preparing for my video interview and I thought that I did pretty well. But to be honest, I'm really grateful to have gotten into any of the programs that I applied to at Waterloo. It still hurts, but it's fine. Before the end of this video, It might be helpful to mention that I also received an entrance scholarship from the Faculty of Mathematics valued at $10,000. The criteria that Waterloo look at when they make these decisions include your contest scores, your admissions average, and your extracurricular activities. You don't need math-related ECs per se, but you do need to find something that you're really interested in and commit to it. I really appreciate if you've stuck until the end. Also, if you're in high school right now and you're looking to apply to Waterloo in the future, then feel free to ask any questions you might have in the comments and I'll do my best to answer those.